Hello, and welcome to our latest episode of What's on the Horizon. I'm Lori Sharonbrock here with Chris Shooker of Digital Horizons. We've talked a lot in various episodes, you should watch them all, about the various services that you guys provide and how well you like to work with contractors and other providers. But I think there's something to be said for using the same provider when it comes to the audiovisual systems, right? I mean, what Digital Horizons does really covers the gamut. I mean, can you talk about what some of the pitfalls are of working with so many different providers?
So what happens a lot is we'll be involved in a project and let's maybe go back 5 years or so. We started the business as primarily a technology service provider, or we call ourselves an integrator. And so we largely were really only involved with audio, video, and automation. And automation includes lighting control and motorized window treatments, and then installing audio, video, and networking elements to tie everything together. And we really started getting a lot of inquiries about solving a pain point, which was the security side of things.
Sure.
We did cameras, but we didn't actually do security systems, which is monitoring of the home's presence and health, know, for intrusion, but also for temperature and things like that. And so about 4 years ago or so now, we made the decision that we're getting enough of these inquiries to offer security systems that it just made sense. And the primary reason we did it and what we were getting asked for it was there was so often it was the plumber on a project. Maybe the plumber was doing the HVAC as well. There was an electrician, obviously the builder and framers and the contractor putting up the structure. There was us doing the audio, video, and the technology portion. And then there was a security company.
On the top of it all.
People's, Midwest, whatever. And they're great companies. They're really good at what they do, but they're really focused on what they do. They basically just offer security systems. And so it got asked of us to do security because we're already doing everything else in the house. Why does there need to be yet another trade involved?
Yeah.
Both in the upfront process of, okay, well, we need a security system, it has to be wired, but then years down the road, it has to be serviced, right? So why have us and this other company doing it? Why not just be that single point of contact for all of the technology in the home, right? Why does there have to be so many other trades? So we made the decision to offer security systems, and that's really what I wanted to get across with this video is we do it all. We can be that single point of contact. It doesn't cost any more to do that. But even if it did, when it gets put in, you have less headache, you have less people to contact.
Yeah.
Down the road, if you need something to service, you don't have another number to keep track of, another entity, another point of contact within this other company to handle the service of it. But then even more, we're often, when we put in our systems, especially if there's like Control 4, for example, we're often tying in the security system into Control 4. Well, now we're if we do it all, there isn't that coordination that's required, which, as anybody is aware, when there's more hands in the pot, like things get lost, they get dropped, they get forgotten. So now when we coordinate everything, that process is a lot easier. And then something as simple as like for monitoring, like all the systems we put in, they're professionally monitored. And when you go to pay that bill, now there's not another entity that you have to coordinate where that money goes to monitor it. So it's just to us it was a no-brainer, and it's been something that I feel has solved a lot of problems for our customers.
Yeah, I mean, and to use the expression, like, where the bodies are buried. Like, you've already been in the walls, installing everything. Like you said, I think having another set of hands in there that doesn't know where the things are can really even kind of mess up a system too. Absolutely. If you're in there, you already know where everything is, and there's a real advantage to doing that.
Yeah. And even to add on to my previous point, something that just came to mind, it's one less thing for the builder to coordinate.
Yeah, sure.
Or the on-site supervisor. I can't tell you how many times where we've installed a system. We're doing audio, video, and security, and whatever in between, and a wire gets cut. Well, since we did all of the low voltage wiring, we know where everything is in the house. We know how to solve it. We know how to take care of it and get it fixed. What are our alternatives? And it's one less entity for them to have to call. They just know that if it's not high voltage and it's not plumbing or HVAC, I know who to call. I know who's responsible. I know how to get it taken care of. And it's such an easier way of doing things.
Agreed. And if you're curious about, I mean, and there isn't much for service that you don't offer.
Yeah.
And so if you're curious about what they do, just head to digitalhorizonsmn.com. It lays it out perfectly there, what they have for residential, what they have for commercial services, and you can see like it's all there. So you can give them a call, get a consultation, and figure out what would be the best way, and just work with one person and not have to make 7 different calls.
Right.
It's all centralized. Anything else you wanted to add for this one?
No, I think that covers it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next episode.